All right, Billy. I think we're live. We're
just did a lottery. $5.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Let's get this show going. It's been a while. I'm rusty on the production end of it, but we're gonna get it started.
Let's go.
We had a room full on our test thing on YouTube. A lot of old timer names I remember. All right.
Did it sound okay?
You can sense the intensity as they await the arrival of the Tennessee team here at Cleveland Stadium. Volunteers, the #1 undefeated Volunteers, prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Didn't make it on fourth down. T comes off. Standing right by Billy Ratliff, and T's coming off and starting to unhook his pads a little bit, and Billy says, "Don't unhook your pads. We're going to get the ball back."
Second down and 11 for Arkansas. 1:47 remaining. One timeout left. Call it 12 to go for the first down. Sterner lost the football! Oh my goodness! He stumbled and fumbled, and Billy Ratliff recovered.
We made this play. Billy Ratliff knocked this All-American guard back into the quarterback. He stepped in on his foot. Quarterback probably made a mistake, not just falling on the ball. Billy not only knocked it back, but he got the ball back for us. So,
how important was this fumble recovery?
Well, it meant the season. You probably didn't know that at the moment, but it absolutely meant the season.
Oh, Billy, it's been a while since we've done this.
Oh, man, it's been forever, man. You got a call in there?
Yeah, we had somebody calling in just a minute ago. Can you believe that? Does this not bring back memories? Does this not bring back memories?
It's been a while, Bobby. I'm in here sweating like it's my first ball game.
Somebody's been calling us. I think I'm gonna call them back. Let me see if I can do this. We're doing this show to kind of work out all the bugs in our show for next week. Getting ready for the football season. And so we're doing this show, guys. I know we got a room full over there on the YouTube channel, Facebook. We got them going on Facebook, and we're trying our call board like we used to do. Billy, remember we used to do the call boards? We had Crying Ryan calling in, and Paul, the Ohio State fan, called in. I miss those guys.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. They've been asking for us, man.
Well, we got somebody on the phone, Billy. We met his daughter. He's a fan, and come to find out, his daughter works here, and she goes to UT, Deja.
Oh, okay.
And I reached out to her dad because he's a big fan, and small world. But Cedric, are you there?
I'm here.
Well, we got Billy Ratliff on the phone, and this is Bobby. We're at Daddy Mac's Down Home Dive in Farragut. I understand you're a big fan, big Tennessee fan, big Billy Ratliff fan, big Volunteer Roadshow fan. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I hope y'all are blessed. And, yeah, I'm a Billy Ratliff fan because I remember that play. He's a true Tennessee hero, And, I've been a fan ever since, I was able to basically pick up a football. And I've basically ruined my kids with it. So
He remembers that play, Billy. I think everybody remembers that play.
Man, I don't even remember that play, man. No,
Hey, man.
Can you forget it, man?
Yeah, most definitely. I know you was a popular man on campus that night.
He's still a popular man on campus. He's taken me over there to the athletic department. We've walked into that place like we own the joint, all because of Billy Ratliff.
Don't let him
fool
you guys, man. He was running the place himself.
Walked right into Coach Fulmer's office like we was his relatives or something. Just walked right in.
Well, believe it or not, we was on campus that day. Everybody thought he was Coach Fulmer.
I've lost some weight,
funny.
Billy. Where were you at when that Arkansas Sterner stumble and fumble happened? Where were you at? What do you remember about that game?
So I was at my dad's house, and I was sick. Man, I'll admit it. I just thought that it was over, and because to me the whole game, it was just like it was nothing really happened. You know what I'm saying? Where we could just, I felt like we didn't really just dominate. You understand what I'm saying? It's like we wasn't catching a break on a lot of things, and we had what they call that it factor of a team of destiny, and that was the cherry on top after that. But I was at my dad's, I was watching it, I ran down the road, came back and saw Travis Henry do his thing after that. So that's where I was at, and that's what I was doing.
I remember that play too, and I feel just the way you felt. You described your feeling of it. I thought this is the most Tennessee thing that could ever happen. First week at number 1, and we go out and lose to Arkansas, and we couldn't do anything. And I've heard Billy tell the story. I'm gonna let Billy take this over. How did we get down so much, so fast like that, Billy? What happened?
I mean, it was a lot of luck, man. We underestimated the team from the jump. We didn't know they were that good. I mean, we was, coaches was telling us they was great. Had a lot of good guys on the team, and we're used to beating everybody in the SEC. And Arkansas was just another team. This was a stat team that we're used to doing, running up the stats where it was, sacks, tackle for loss. Pill is having 100 touchdowns or whatever. But this day, Arkansas came to play.
Yeah.
It almost seemed like you weren't executing your game plan to me, because I don't know. It was rain. I remember it was raining. Did it rain the entire game, Billy, or just a little bit of it? Why were we throwing it so much?
It rained. Well, you remember when we the South Carolina game where T was 24 for 25 or something like that, and I think they were trying to duplicate that. Even though they all practice all week, they are, they're just only doing ISO, slant, running the ball. And of course, we thought we was going to have 500-600 yards rushing, which we should have had that if they went with the original game plan. But no, they wanted to pass the ball and mix in the run, and pretty much, kind of pissed off the defense in a sense.
Did it really?
Oh, we was hot.
Wow. Well, I know Burlsworth, he had your number the whole game until that last couple of plays.
Burlsworth was a monster, man. I give him all the respect. I'll tell you, I only played against 2 guys that I think that could actually block me. And, he was one of those guys. Another guy was a guy that I played with in practice every day, Cozy Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
Burlsworth was just a monster, man. I mean, I had 0 stats, period, up into that play. 0. Not even a tackle. Not even an assist.
Wow.
Well, right before the stumble, you had a tackle for loss, but that was it. You mentioned Cozy Coleman. Hanging out with you, we lived together for a long time. Well, I got to meet a lot of players. You know what I want to remember more than anything about Cozy Coleman?
What's that?
How big his hands were. Oh my gosh, they were like a polar bear.
Yeah, those guys are huge, man. I mean, it's just like Jarvis. Jarvis the same way.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
guys are huge, man. I mean, we had all that back then, man. We was just as good as the dominant teams are now back then. And somebody wanted to sabotage my balls, man. When I left.
Well, we're
To
here.
me,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, to me, that 98 defense was the greatest defense in Tennessee history.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. You know what, Billy? If I was on the team, it'd have been 3 people that you felt like could have blocked you. Because I would have been the 3rd one.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say if they put a little Debbie cake.
That's what I was going to say. If they put a little Debbie cake behind me, you wasn't getting to it. That's been an inside joke for a while, but we're at Daddy Mac's. That's where we're going to be. Cedric's daughter works here. She's a great server, and glad to have her here. And Cedric, I've seen you here a few times. What's your favorite meal here at Daddy Mac's? What's your go-to meal when you come into town?
So for starters, I love the egg roll.
Oh yeah,
the barbecue egg roll, and I wish I had the recipe for that Asian sauce.
The Asian. Oh yeah, we make that from
sauce.
scratch. Yeah, that's got ginger root in it,
Yeah.
garlic, plum, peaches. That's called Chester's Asian sauce, Chinese sauce, and we make everything from scratch in here, and that is good. I've made it a few times, Billy. Can you believe that?
I haven't tried that one.
You need to try it. It's the Asian sauce. You like that Asian stuff?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a few new things coming out, and I'm wanting to get Billy to kind of put something on the menu. What would you put on the menu, Billy, if you was to put one item on the menu? What would it be?
I mean, I'm a big hot dog fan. Man. So,
Hot dog?
Yeah,
Oh, like the ones we used to have, the big ones.
Yes.
What would you put on it?
I mean, I'm pretty simple when it comes to food. I like, if you can't flavor your food and you got to put extra stuff on it, I don't like it. So me, I'm pretty much, plain chili and cheese.
Any onions or just plain chili cheese?
I don't need anything else.
All right. Well, I've got some connections here. I kind of run the joint. So I'm thinking I'm going to put something on there, the Billy Dog or something. That's a good name to it. It'd be chili. You've had our chili.
Yeah, the chili is, oh, wow.
That would be great on that all beef Nathan hot dog. It's an 8-ounce one, Cedric. It's huge. An 8-ounce, 2-to-1 all beef Nathan hot dog, and you put anything on it. We're going to do that. I think we're going to do that for the football season. What do you think, Billy?
Oh yeah,
that sounds good to me. I would love to try that.
Now I know you're over in Middle Tennessee, Cedric, but when are you coming into town for any games or anything?
Well, I usually get a hold of a season ticket from a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan on it this year. I plan on definitely be at the Georgia game.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one.
I believe Texas A&M also.
When is the Texas A&M game, Billy? You got the schedule? We're not really prepared for a lot of information on this show. We're just testing technology for next week. But we're going to have a live stream every ball game here, and you can come in after the game and hang out with us, Cedric, and Billy and I'll be in here acting like we know what we're talking about and arguing.
September 30th.
September 30th is the A&M game. When's the Florida game? Is that the 3rd game of the season?
Yep, that's.
I think they moved that down.
Did they? Well, we got to beat Florida. I'm so sick and tired of Crying Ryan that used to call into the show. All right, let me ask you a question. I'm thinking about starting a segment on the show.
What's that? Called
Crying Ryan Stupid Texts, because he texts me a lot with the stupidest stuff. I think we started. Did we not start a streak on Florida this last year? We started a streak, so the streak has begun. He looked up on Google and said that a streak in sports isn't considered until you have 3 in a row.
No, that's not how that works.
No, no.
More than one.
Yeah. Man, we got a room full over here, Billy, on YouTube. Holy moly. How do I get to the chat? I just see a number. Oh, man. And Facebook. Well, I know you've got something to do later. You got anything else you want to ask Billy or tell Billy you ever wanted to know about Tennessee football and what was going on back in his time?
Who was the pure leader? I know you were, Billy. Who was the other leader that people looked up to besides Al Wilson?
What was that again?
Who besides Al Wilson was the other big vocal leader on the team?
We didn't need but one. I mean, you had more than one leader on that team back then. There's going to be too many fights.
Right.
Even when Al was hurt, he was still that vocal leader. You know, I mean, Al was that leader from day one when he was a freshman, and just something that you're built with, you're born with, and you know, can't no one teach you how to become a leader. And Al was just naturally able to do it.
You know what strikes me about Al? Meeting him in person privately, he's so quiet. You know, just hanging out with him, with you and Al and Jamal and all of us hanging out, he's just quiet.
I mean, pretty much you talk all the time when you're in town with Al. You know, he's a big name. So when he get a chance to,
and he's soft spoken,
and that's how he always been, man. Until we get on the field, you know, there's a switch you get to turn on and off.
Hey, they say watch the quiet ones, man.
yeah. Watch that. But anyway, Al was a beast. We've heard a lot of stories from it. A lot of players that's been on this show about Al Dre, and the Memphis halftime speech. That's one of our most viewed videos, Billy. If you go, I've chopped it up and just got you and Fred White and myself talking about that. It's like a 5-minute video. If you YouTube search Al Wilson Volunteer Roadshow, that 5 or 6 minute talking about the halftime Memphis game and the Auburn game, the SEC championship Auburn game, that's the best 5-6 minutes. If you want to know about what Al Wilson was made of, y'all go check that out.
I'm gonna try to get Al on
and
the
I also heard Coach Former has surgery. I would like to keep him in everybody's prayers.
Yeah, we just got a text on that. Billy just showed me a text about Coach Former. Yeah, keep Coach Former in your prayers. One of Billy's teammates texted him earlier about that. I hope he's okay.
Said he was doing pretty good. Said the surgery went well. So,
well, that's good. Well, Cedric, I appreciate it. We're going to do this every Wednesday and then during the game. And I'm looking at adding another teammate of Billy's on the show. And we might join him in on this one or create a whole new one. Jeff Coleman, JC. He used to do He used to do some stuff for us. Was he 92? He was 92, wasn't he?
Yes.
How did he get Reggie's number? He's not allowed to do that.
Well, I mean,
hey, I tell you something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I was in FCA. You familiar with FCA?
Yeah.
Fellow Christian athlete. I got. I was led to the Lord by Reggie White at Black Mountain in North Carolina. Hung out with him all day.
That's awesome.
Signed my Bible and everything.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was a great man, a great athlete. Billy's had some interaction with the minister of defense when he's come into town during the off-season or practice. Was it like off-season practice and stuff? He'd come in and talk to y'all?
All the time, man. And that's what I think they're missing over there is just some of the guys coming back and helping out in the summer. And that's been tough because some of the past coaches, they wouldn't really allow you to freely come in. They want you to make an appointment.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that ain't right. They need to just be able to come in whenever they want to. Well, I appreciate it. We're going to get off here in a minute. This is mainly just a test, and we're going to be eating here in a bit. We got some chili dogs we're going to cook up. We got wings. What's your favorite wing sauce, Billy?
I'm a plain. I told you, man. I'm plain Jane, man. I don't need any sauce. You can't season your meat. You don't need to be cooking. That's just how I grew up, man. We just season it. We don't need all that sauce.
I'm gonna try to find the chat on Facebook and YouTube and seeing if people can tell us if the audio is good and what the audio sounds like. I can't find the. I see the number. We got a bunch of them in here. Anyway, Cedric, we appreciate it, and thanks for calling.
Hey, thank you so much.
And we'll do this again.
All right, I will be back at Daddy Max. That's all I've talked about, and where I'm from in Cookville, and plus when we go to the swamp and Whip, Florida, that's really good for people in Cookville, Tennessee, where I'm from, because that's where Napier's from.
Oh, that's right. Napier's from there. That is good. That's kind of like Steve Spurrier's from Johnson City.
Johnson City, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Cedric, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you. Be blessed.
All right. That was our first caller. We're just testing things out. Can you hear good, Billy, or do we need to?
It's loud and clear, man.
Change the audio?
It's perfect. I mean, that call was clear.
So I was surprised. I've never heard you say that there weren't any real other leaders on the team besides Al.
We didn't need them, man. I mean, it was automatic. I mean,
what about Ray? Knock your head off Thompson. Was he not a leader?
Heck no. Ray didn't have time for that. That's too much work for Ray.
I'll never forget one of my good buddies, BVD. That's what we always called him. Ray, knock your head off Thompson. I don't know. We're going to check. Well, I'm going to go back and listen to this audio without all this background noise. We got a lot of people in here, as y'all can. We're just learning all the new technology out here, and we're just playing around. We're going to do this full time. Get back at it Wednesday nights and Saturdays. Are you ready to do this, Bill? I think we can't let this show in without helping people, because that's why we started this back up. We were sitting around talking. We got to help people. We helped a lot of people with making their rent money.
Who?
Me.
I don't remember that, man. I remember a lot of people
on all them picks.
A lot of people losing. You had a 1 week where you picked a lot of winners.
I got 12-0, and I didn't put a dime on it.
And it didn't count.
I know. I was so sick when I realized that. I can't even go back and watch that video where I was 12-0. How much would I have made on like $100 bet?
On that 12 team? Oh gosh. I mean, $5 bet on it was $9,000.
Dang. How did I not put money on that?
No, you just didn't. That's just you. You second guess yourself.
Well, I think I just forgot or something. What are some? You said the college football starting this weekend. Who's playing? Give me some rundowns, and I'm gonna give you from the gut reaction as soon as I hear it. What to bet. So everybody get their pens and paper down if you want to make some money. All right, read them off to me, Billy.
All right, we're gonna just go with the two ranked teams here.
All right, who's playing? I didn't even know it started. I thought it was the following Saturday.
Okay, Saturday we got Notre Dame and Navy. Notre Dame is favored by 20.5 points.
Take Notre Dame and the points. You can give up the points. I mean,
San Jose State got USC 30.5.
Ooh, Billy, I don't. What's the over under?
Let's see here. Let's go check the over under.
They got a great quarterback and some receivers over there.
I don't see that on here. 66.5.
I almost want to go under on that.
They'll probably put that up by themselves.
You think so? So you would give up the points and take USC. Is that what you're saying?
I would take USC in those points, and I would probably
giving up points.
I would probably take Navy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, who else is playing?
I mean, Navy is always tough against everybody, man. All the time.
What's the spread on the Tennessee game a week out?
28 points.
Golly, 28.
28 points, man. It's a lot of points, man. I just,
That's a lot of points for the first game of the season. What do you think our win-loss record is going to be?
About the same as last year.
You think it's 10-2?
Be close.
I think we're either going to go 10-2 or 6-6 and no in between.
It won't be no 6-6. If we go 6-6, I'm going to have to just go out saying they're going to have to start getting the bus ready.
The reason why I say that is just because I've been a Tennessee fan for 50-something years.
You mean a bandwagon?
And no. And I just, every time I get so confident, the bottom falls out.
Well, you have yet to have a
and
team.
we're basing everything we feeling right now as a fan base on that Orange Bowl against Scrubs on defense for Clemson.
We beat a good Clemson team, so everybody, you can say what you want to. We beat Clemson.
Oh, yeah, we beat them, and we look really, really good. But will that come over into this season?
With a quarterback no one had zero confidence in.
Do you know what it would feel like to beat Bama in Tuscaloosa?
It's going to be the toughest game we've ever played.
Because they're going to be coming for us, ain't they?
We got a bullseye on our back, and that's what I love. That's the reason I love playing at Tennessee. Everybody hated us. Everybody.
ESPN hated us.
Now you believe me, don't you?
Everybody hated us. Well, I hope our audio is good, guys, and I hope all the people on Facebook that's watching us mostly can hear us good. And we're at Daddy Mac's Down Home Dive, Farragut, Tennessee, and they got great food here. Some of the best wings you'll ever have. And we're putting on the menu of Nathan's half-pound, 8-ounce hot dog, and Billy wants his with chili and cheese, and we make our chili from scratch here. And Billy's had it, and he's loved it.
Good stuff.
Well, we're gonna be eating on this show. Next show, we're gonna be eating like kings. We're gonna have a napkin on our shirt and food dripping everywhere.
Well, I mean, I go on my diet when the season starts, right?
No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't lie to me.
So can't wait to eat that.
But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching this test stream. That's Billy Ratliff, number 40. And, I never did tell you our call-in number was after your number, 855-287-4040.
I don't know how you found that.
That's an assigned number to the Volunteer Roadshow.
How did you get that?
I pulled some strings.
Wow.
I pulled some strings. All right, fellas, I can't really see everybody on here because we're just testing this out. We're testing out some streaming technology and kind of doing what we used to do. It's been what, 2 years since we've done this, or a year?
It's been
a while.
Been a while. I want to
Dave McFarland, the owner, he's really excited about Volunteer Roadshow and bringing all the fans in here for watching the game here. And all the specials we're going to have, and he couldn't think of a better way of making that happen than the Volunteer Roadshow. So we're going to not have any commercials on our YouTube and Facebook pages, no super chats. It's all 100% sponsored by Daddy Mac's Down Home Dive. And we're going to get out of here. Thank you for enduring this test, and we're going to go back and listen to see how the sound audio quality was. All right. Thank you. Adios, boys and girls. Go Vols.